we go. I got the lighting.
Hello, everyone. I'm with Tammy Tavarone Bishop, one of our sensational regional mentors and event owners at Yaymaker. Tammy, thank you for talking with me today.
Thanks, Matt. Thanks for having me. Yep, I'm in the storage unit. Crazy busy day today, but we're going to get a quick interview in.
Great. Yeah, Tammy and I talked and the show must go on. So she's doing this in her storage facility. Tammy, can you share a little bit about yourself and your role at Yaymaker?
Sure. So I was a customer first. I went to a paint night back in 2014 with my mom, drove about an hour from where I live to do this paint night at a bar. And it was like, what is this? Right. So we went, we had the best time. And then after that, I was like, I want to do this. Like, this is fun and I love it. And at that time I was trying to be a school teacher. So I had my master's in teaching, my bachelor's in criminal justice, and nothing would hit. I could not get a job for nothing where I live personally. So it's like, oh, maybe I'll do this for like a little side gig. It'll be fun. And then I applied, and then the rest was history. So February 11th, 2015, I ran my first paint night at a TGI Fridays in Riverhead, New York, and quickly went from a couple shows a week to about 25 to 30 shows a week with a team of 15 and over 70 bars and restaurants across New York and New Jersey. So it's been a whirlwind. And not only paint night, obviously, I dove into every other night type that Yaymaker platform offers. And I served over 300,000 customers since my start. So I always like to do a little bragging that I've filled Yankee Stadium probably 3 times over with customers.
That's amazing. I know you get incredible reviews. People love when you host events, and now I know you're helping mentoring other event owners with events. First, also, are you starting to see, now that the pandemic is getting a little better, more people going to in-person events?
Yeah, so I mean, it's kind of funny because I'm in New York, right? So you would think that the restrictions where I live are pretty stringent. It's a more of a blue state. People are more conscious of things with COVID. But I honestly haven't really stopped hosting live events. We just scaled way back. Like, we're not doing that many. Maybe we're doing 1 to 2 a week now. Still see people coming out. The only time we shut down for live in person was when the whole company decided to take a little break. But then once we had the green light to start again, we went right back into venue to some of our favorite places. But we're not doing the scale that we used to do. We lost some staff along the way. However, I can definitely see an uptick in sales. And if I'm in New York and people are coming out anywhere around the country, that maybe it's like a little bit more lax, everyone should have shows up now because it's definitely starting to sell again.
Great. Because I know I post these on LinkedIn, and most of the time I do content on LinkedIn talking about corporate team building events, and a lot of them are virtual, now they're in person. But you really specialize, even though you help work on our corporate side, but really in these in-person events that are open to the public, that people can just go on our website, buy tickets. Let me ask you this: in your opinion, what makes a great event?
Oh man, that's a loaded question. So, I mean, really it comes down to just being like aware of what you're going into, right? So if you have somebody that just thinks they're going to show up and paint a picture at a bunch of strangers, it's more than that. You know, it's really going in there and paying attention to detail, making sure that you're set up for success, that you have the right supplies, that everything looks nice when the customer comes in. Make sure that you're talking with your guests as the event's going on during the duration, making them feel good about themselves, right? They've probably spent a good amount of money. They've probably gotten a babysitter, or, you know, when girlfriends have to make plans, we can't make plans like the next day, right? It's impossible, especially in your 30s, 40s, like myself. You have to make plans like weeks out. So for public events, it's really special because you get a bunch of people together that probably haven't seen each other in a while. And if you can really hone into that and know why they're there, you know, the paint night is the end product, but I always say that it's not, you know, what you're really here for. You're really here for the gathering and being with friends, because what other time can you get together with a group of ladies at a bar on a Wednesday night without getting in trouble by your significant other? I don't know. So if the host can understand that, like that they're coming, you know, what they're coming for more than just the paint night, it really takes it to the next level, and it makes people want to come back time and time again because they feel special. And when they feel special, they want to come back and invest more into your business.
That makes sense. You mentioned paint nights. I know Yaymaker's best known, the original paint night. Are there any other events that are most popular besides the paint nights?
Oh wow. Yeah. I mean, it really depends on how you're marketing it. I can make any event type popular.
Yeah.
So really, I've done it all. I've done design assign, candle making, chunky blanket, art resin, glassware. It really doesn't matter. What matters is that you know the formula when you're working with Yaymaker, and that's pretty much what I'm here for, or other people that are on the platform, to show you how to do that. But you could take anything that you love and turn it into a money making business, no problem. I've done it time and time again. There's a specific formula that you follow for live events, public events, and you can take whatever your thing is and plug it in and sell tickets and run successful events. Unless it's like something really strange, then, you know, as long as it's not super, super niche. But what I like to do is find like trending activities. So, you know, before the pandemic, design a sign, that was so popular. Everybody wanted to do wood boards and stencils. So we got into it. And then another year, all of a sudden, art resin had a huge rise in popularity. So we started doing art resin. And if you follow the trends of like what people are seeking on places like, you know, Etsy or Pinterest, you're going to be successful. Paint night is our bread and butter, I'd like to say, because that's the most common and known event. But there's plenty of spin-offs that you could do with paint night as well. Blacklight paint night I've done, glassware, paint your pet, paint your car. I'll paint anything. We'll paint whatever you want.
Yeah, I know we just did a paint your car that went really well. Let me ask you this. You're obviously encouraging people to look at Yaymaker events, go them in person, but I know you're also been recruiting event owners. Are
Yeah.
there specific things you're looking for when trying to get somebody to be on our platform and be a successful event owner?
Yeah, I mean, I honestly, if I could find myself and replicate myself 10 times over, that'd be great.
Yeah.
But, you know, everybody has, I always like to say there's a but for every seat, right? So even though I'm high energy and you can see it, my passion that I have, there might be somebody who's really good at what they do. Maybe they don't have that, but they can learn that trait. But I guess the basics of what I look for is someone who's just self-motivated. They're super excited to make money. I want people who need to make money, who want to make money, because then that fuels you to start getting creative and thinking about other ways that you can apply this business to your business, right? And how could you lean into the Yaymaker and Paint Night platform to grow yourself, right? And I actually had a meeting last night. I had about 14 people that we were doing a recruitment meeting, and we're talking about the basics of Paint Night. And I said, you're going to get it. You're going to get out of this business what you put into it. This is not like a multi-level marketing company. Like, this is a real deal business where if you don't put up shows, you don't sell tickets, you don't make money. If you put up shows and you market it and you sell tickets, you're going to make a lot of money. So it's pretty straightforward of how things work. But, you know, some people, you know, like to just show up and be the artist, and that's fine too. But for them, then I'd say the event owner position probably is not for them. We're looking for more people who have that entrepreneurial spirit, that love to talk to people, love to, I always like to say, like, I love to make like money appear out of nowhere, right? It's like this like talent I feel like I have, where I'm like, I have this idea. I think I can put it together. I think I can market it, and I'm going to make it happen. So people who are like that, where they get excited about what they're doing, and then to put that into application of how can I be a knowledge broker, right? So there's real estate brokers, things like that. People that work on the Yaymaker platform, they're knowledge brokers. You're kind of flipping it, right? So if we're going to find a bunch of creators that probably are making the product and selling the product. But when you flip it and you think about Yaymaker and Paint Night, instead of you making the product and putting all that time and energy into making 500 candles for whatever, now, you know, you can put up several shows, teach 500 people how to make the candles, and your supply costs are way down. You're teaching people how to make it. And they get super excited about that because now they're learning something. So you're a knowledge broker, you're sharing your knowledge with other people. And when you could think about it in that sense, you could be very successful in this business. Because there are some people that will be like, well, I don't want to teach them my secrets, but that's almost at a fault, right? Because nowadays you can go on Pinterest, you can go on Etsy, you can go anywhere, you go on YouTube and figure out how to make that thing or how to do that thing, no problem. But the secret sauce is you putting on a cool event for people to come and do it in person.
That's what we're finding. I mean, basically the host makes such a difference if they can bring introverts, extroverts, get them all to kind of work together and create. So, well, what states are you overseeing? And if somebody was interested in being an event owner in their area, what's the best way to reach you? I'll put it in the comments as well.
Yeah. So right now, currently, I'm covering from Maine all the way down to Florida on the East Coast. I think I do like serve a little bit like inwards. I can give you the list of all of the states that I'm covering currently. And if they want to get in contact with me, we'll put the details in the description, but You can email me, you could text me, you could just go apply right on our website, and then I will see you fall into our back portal. You'll have to do a follow-up call with me anyways to be able to be onboarded as an event owner. But if you want to do this, my recommendation, honestly, is to just go on yaymaker.com, apply, and then you'll get in contact with me like right away, because I will have your information that you are interested, and then we'll chat.
Wonderful. Well, Tammy, your passion is undeniable. You've put together some incredible events. You're doing a great job mentoring other event owners. So I just want to say thanks, and I'll see you in the next regional mentor meeting.
Awesome. Thanks, Matt.
Thanks.